had to get my gloves. I had these other ones on. These it's when I'm, like I'm, you know. But for the delicate stuff, I use my Venom steels. All right, guys. Good morning. I hope your week is going well. Hope all is well. I've been back and forth with, I wouldn't say a debate. I've just been talking to some folks, family members and stuff. And it's just incredible. You know what's funny? I had a gentleman that, who was it, man? It was Guitar Jams and some other guy. We were not debating, we were just communicating back and forth. And we didn't all see eye to eye on certain things. Or some saw things in the conversation a little deeper than the others, right? So I think we would talk about billionaires or something like that. And so there's a lot, there's so much to like, let's say you have a pie of stuff to focus on. And I might be looking at this section right here, right? And this person is arguing or even commenting on this section right here. And someone else is going to point out this section. And sometimes you try to see the whole view of things, but when you zero in, you kind of zero in. We zero in, that we have a tendency to, which is a good skill. When I'm trying to solve a problem, I need to be able to zero in. But I do have to be able to go back to the base of the thing, right? And we can argue for, let's say freedom to express and freedom to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. All right. So let's say that's the base. Okay. Then on top of that, we have to agree on the base. We have to agree that the motor is supposed to be running. Okay. Okay, great. We all agree the motor is supposed to be running. All right, great. Now we can figure out what is causing the motor not to run properly. The motor is supposed to be running. We cannot have two different deals on that part. Like one of us can't be the motor's supposed to be running and the other one is the motor's not even there. Or the other one is, the motor really isn't supposed to be running, blah, blah. We don't know. We need to all agree that the motor is supposed to be running if I press this trigger, right? Okay. So each person in our country need to have the freedom to pursue life, liberty, and happiness, right? Okay. Then on top of that, we can negotiate how it's done, what part does the broader society play in that thing, what value do you bring to the market? We can get into all that minutia and stuff like that, but we have to agree on the base. And that's where I think a lot of us, we miss each other. We don't agree on the base of the baseline of a scenario, okay? And the baseline I was coming from is, do you want to live in a society of this particular debate I was having, where it is okay, it is celebrated and made normal for someone to be assassinated for their thoughts, views, whatever they speak? Is it good to be in a society like that? Because on the other side of it is you have people that you follow, agree with, and maybe you agree with those views of those other people, and is it okay for those people to be killed for their views? Because if we don't have that baseline understanding, we can't debate the rest. We're on different planets. Do you want to live in a society where we can, like for recruit, what I do here, I repair. So imagine the society we live in. We don't have the right to have access to the tools we need to repair our items. I do not want to live in a society like that, where I can't be allowed to repair it, I will get penalized for repairing this. Or the companies, it's encouraged that the companies don't provide repair parts so you can fix your problem. No, that would be a horrible society to live in. Now, whether I'm charged to repair it or we give warranty on the product, and all that stuff can be debated. But is it a good society for us to live in where the companies across the board do not make it possible for us to repair our parts? No, that wouldn't be a cool society to live in. So yeah, I would prefer to have laws in place to make sure that companies don't just repair put a Ford out there and now you can't find brakes to fit your Ford. Now you can't find a carburetor or a fuel injector or a pump for your Ford. It's like, no, Ford, if you're gonna build products in our society, you're gonna have to build parts to fix these things. So we have to agree on that baseline, and that's where I come from with these kind of thoughts. And some people don't see it that way, And it's like, dude, I don't all that stuff. Like, but the people at Ford, I don't like the president. I said, yeah, man, that's fine, but he's allowed to have his company. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to like this guy. He cheats at golf. Okay. Doesn't mean that his truck isn't a cool truck. What are you talking about? He don't deserve to have his company because he cheats at golf? Do you want that to be the world you live in, where because they don't like the way you you play pool or something, or they don't like what you said at lunch, or they don't like your stance on religion, that you shouldn't have a company? It's like, come on, cut that out, guys. You don't really want to live in a place like that. You're being jacked up. So here's what happened with this thing. I've been working on this Dyson, and I discovered it was weird because I bought a new battery. This is what I didn't do, which I should have done. I should have went back to the base. First, I took the easy path first. What I did was I went in and I was like, man, it's not clogged. Let me make sure it's not clogged, because normally that's the problem. Let me make sure it's not clogged. All right, let me make sure we get a battery. And I didn't go to the motor, which was giving us the problem. The motor was going, ooh, 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 right? So I'm like, all right, it's probably the battery. Went through all that. Then finally, I had to go and find out that this is what was happening to the board. And I was like, look, I can't even get this damn thing out right now. The corrosion went a little further into the wiring that goes into this little guy right here, this little tab right here. The corrosion, the wires is corroded all the way. And then the wire is corroded up top here, okay, which goes to the part that sends the signal down to the brush. I was like, all right, look, you know what? Let me just get another motor. Let me get another one. So I went on eBay, and now I want to see if this works. Because eBay is, it's good and bad, right? Like everything, all right? It's sometimes it's a toss-up. So I want to see if this fixes my problem. I really hope it does. Okay? Where did I put the rest of my stuff? Here we go. This is the rest of the stuff. This is the rest of it. Okay, let me take, do I have to take all this off? Maybe not. I may not have to take it all off. All right. If this works, I'm going to big up the seller. Okay, big up to him or her or them. And what I mean them is that their name has two initials. I think it's D and somebody, but it's somebody and somebody's items or something like that. And I'll give the name if it doesn't work. I don't want to blow their spot. I don't want to do that to them if it doesn't work. Because sometimes you could buy an item and maybe the person didn't test it. I would hope that people would, man, listen, I have to big up eBay on something, guys, on a thumbs up, okay? Before I continue. only because this just triggered me just now. Triggered. So I sold something online. Okay, let me tell you what happened. I sold something online. And I had just sold it, the last one I had in store. No, my bad. I sold it, but I used it for a repair. Okay. So then I said, all right, let me see one of my distributors have it so I can have them ship it on my behalf. Okay, because I always buy from them. If the problem is if the product is messed up, let's say I buy a motor, I can always get them to replace it. So let me have these guys ship it for me. So then the guy or the girl or whoever it was, right, that purchased it from me said, the item doesn't work. So I'm like, what are you talking about, man? I buy these things brand new from these guys all the time. Never had a problem. But it's possible that something is wrong, right? They're going to do a return request. Now, you're talking close to $100 on the item. So, all right. I said, all right, damn. I mean, I'm thinking, what could it be, right? Now, fine, do the return. The return came. I got the notification from eBay. The return is here. Okay? Guess what? They sent back an envelope, blank, as their return. And then, so what I was supposed to do immediately was refund the money once I got I got the return. I'm like, what? Are you kidding me? You thought that I was gonna issue a refund, and you just sent me back an envelope and not my product? So I contacted eBay, and they said, don't worry about it, because I showed them proof I was like, that's crazy, man. That's crazy that people would do some shit like that, bro. This guy came here one time and he was asking about, he said, hey, can you validate for me that what I have in this box is not what they shipped? And he had a box of rocks. And he said, someone shipped me a box of rocks. And I was like, dude, I'll be perfectly honest with you. The box is open. I don't know if they shipped you a box of rocks, bro. You know what I'm saying? I can't put my name on that to help you do what you want to do, because I don't know if you took the item out and put a box of rocks in there. I'll be perfectly honest with you. So I can't put my name on this, because I could have helped him scam somebody else. So someone tried to scam me. It's crazy. So I gotta give him a lot of credit to eBay for not this better work. This better work, bro. This is not I'm going to verify the pictures again. I could have swore I saw this just like this in the description. Now, this might work. I'm about to put it in, but this is not the same thing. I have this already. I have this already. I purposely didn't want to replace this for this, okay? On purpose, because I wanted to give him back this. I already told them what I was gonna do. I sent the pictures to them. I let them know that this thing is not, what do you call it? It's not gonna work like this, right? I was just talking to you about this crap. Let's see. Let's check it out, folks. Let's hang out for the show. Coño. Now, if you fall into this situation, it might turn out to be perfect. It might turn out to be exactly what I needed. But right now, I'm not happy because what they showed me was that. Okay, let me put a screw in, and let's put the battery in. I just want to put one screw in here just to hold it in for a second. And I'm going to put the battery in, and then we're going to test it. Bro. All right. All right. Okay. Okay. We're there. Okay. Only thing left is the battery. Now, the last time it was going boom, 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 boom. It couldn't keep a steady play. Let's see. Okay. I'm gonna squeeze this battery together. I'm gonna act as if the screws are in. We're gonna turn this bad boy on, and we're gonna see what happened. Okay. All right. All right. Now, it's a different makeup, so I'm gonna have to sell this point. I'm gonna have to sell this point. But I'm gonna contact this person because I'm not happy with the idea that this is what you sold me, and this is what you sent me. Still not good. It's still not good. Okay? All right, let's move this over. I'm gonna move it over to Eco. Okay, now it's on Eco. Okay? All right, I'm gonna move it over to Boost. Hey, what's going on? Hold on. I gotta, you see, you know, I had to do it like that. Oh my gosh, man. This was, it's still not good. You know, I'm glad the machine is working. I'm sure my especially after speaking to him on the phone, he was like, man, dude, just get it working. But, let me see. Watch out for toes. Okay. All right. Hey, what's up, RPA? What's going on? All right. All right, HZ Trails, you look cool. You chilling. All right, you chilling. So, all right, so we have a working system here. I just got to put all my things back in, but at the same time, man, it really, honestly, it does the same thing. It's just still. You told me one thing, you gave me something else. That's all I'm saying. I'm not happy. Okay? Not happy about that. You know what I would have accepted? Because I've done it before. I've sold something and a new version was out. Or the version that they had wasn't available. Like, okay, I sold a cord. And it was a 40-foot or 35 feet commercial cord. The one I had was a 40-foot commercial cord, right? And it was a little thicker. So I had to send them and say, listen, the one that you had wasn't available, but I have this one. Send a picture, here you go. At least they know what they're getting. You know what I mean? You know, it's like meeting somebody at the club. Like dark at night, and you've been drinking or whatever. Wouldn't it be messed up if you thought you were getting one thing and then it was something else? It's like, dude, I thought it was something else. What's going on? Oh man, nah, I'll leave that one alone. Oh my gosh. You showed me something else. This is different. Yeah, boy. It's like, not what I thought. Isn't that what do they call that online? Oh my God, there's a name for it where the people's profile pictures and the way even the way they take the shots, like and it's like somebody. Listen, man. Listen. There is somebody out there who wants you just the way you are. You don't need to do all that shit. There's a whole lot of heartbreak and resentment behind that, okay? Catfish. Oh, is that what it's called? Oh, right. Go on yes. Catfish. Yeah. Oh, man. Yo, there's a version of that can be dangerous, man. You should not be encouraging people to do that. There's a version of that can be dangerous. I swear, that is not a cool idea for you to how's that? It's tough enough when it's a guy or a girl going into a club, right? Or a place, and you meet someone and the guy or girl isn't quite what you thought, right? That's tough enough. But you can kind of gradually get out of that. Like if you're like, you know what? I don't know. I don't think it's going to, you can kind of gradually get out of that, right? But I don't know how widespread this is. I hope it's not. But if it's a guy and he thinks it's a girl kind of thing, and it's like, or it's a girl and she thinks it's a girl and it's not really, that can cause problems, man. You should be upfront with that stuff. I don't know how to do that, but that can be funky. That can be funky, man. You guys are playing around. You should not encourage people to hide that from somebody. Okay? Do what you want, you know what I mean? Do what you want, live your life, wear what you want, all that good stuff, but people get pissed. Think about how I got pissed at this, and this is not intimate. I'm like, dude, you told me this. You told me this. So what? You should have told me, man. Damn. Anyway, I'll leave that. I'll leave it there. No prejudice, guys. No hate. I'm just talking common sense, man. We gotta be on the same planet, bro. We gotta have the same rules, man. Come on, don't do that. Oh my God. All right, so I think this one is done. Yeah. I think this one is done. So I got a conversation to have. We'll see. I got to put the rest of the screws in, but conversation to have. I got to see how it operates with a nozzle. Does the motor, can it shoot it out properly to the nozzle? So I still have to check that. But I'm also going to have a conversation about this one. Okay, anyway, that's that. It's not a big deal, but, it's irritating. It's not a big deal. All right. Now, I got one last thing I'm going to tackle. I'm going to see if I can... This is a... I don't know if it's a treat, but I love a good puzzle when it comes to solving stuff. And I was given this. And it was like, good luck. I was like, good luck, man. I hope you can figure this out. So this is a backpack. Okay. And I gotta put it all. I gotta get it all back together. I gotta get the trigger. I gotta get the trigger back together. All right. So guys will come in. They'll bring stuff like this. Here, figure this out. I got it. Hey. All
Howdy.
Hey, how's it going?
Oh, I'm a hurting puppy.
Really?
Yeah, I just can't breathe much more.
All right.
How about
See you guys
you?
later. I'm good. I'm good.
You know anything about sharks? The vacuums.
Yeah. Yeah, I know a little bit about sharks.
They got a hose
Uh-huh.
that goes from down yonder to up here. I can take this off and it's still on the hose. And I can suck things up like windowsills and things like that.
Yeah.
But I want to be able to take the hose, the pipe, from here to here. They got a pipe.
Right.
But they got all sorts of knobs and press things, and
Yeah.
you know what to press? Should I bring mine in?
Is it outside?
No.
Man, bring it in, man.
Oh, okay.
Let me make sure I get my thing set up here.